Hello.
Hello.
What's up, everybody? It's Erin.
And Nicole, this is Dude That's Fucked Up.
Welcome to the pod, y'all.
Do you know that there's people on TikTok live that just like go to fucking Disneyland every day and like just ride the rides and shit, and like people give them, I don't know, you like raise money or something, like you could like buy gifts and give them to people on TikTok live, and like
What
they'll
are we
be like,
doing wrong here?
I don't know, bitch. I'm like, what the fuck? I have free time. Why am I not at Disneyland on TikTok? You know what I mean?
Do it.
Multiple people do it. Like, they're there every day. I keep getting like the same people. It's live. It's happening IRL, like in real time. And they're like on a ride, and they'll be like this one guy was on Splash Mountain. He's like, if I get 300 hockey sticks, I'm sitting in the front seat and I'm going on Splash Mountain, baby. And then people are like giving him gifts and paying him to go on Splash Mountain in the front. I'm like, you don't have to pay me to do that.
What is this world, man? I don't even know. I don't even know.
And the hard part about it is, like, I watched that. I was watching it because I wanted to watch Splash Mountain. Like, I was like, I know where that is. I know exactly where that is. Ooh, now this drop's coming. Ooh. And I was like, you know what I mean?
He got you.
He got me. He got me good.
At least you didn't pay him.
I didn't know. I don't give gifts on TikTok.
Well, it could be you.
Yeah.
No. I mean, of course. But
I would if I thought the content deserved it. It didn't. I was like, a man? No. A man with a Disney pass? Hell no.
Good God.
Rude. Also, I'm jealous. It's fine.
It is. I'm baffled, honestly, by what people are entertained by.
I know.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Like case in point,
I know.
This podcast.
Like this. I know.
Yeah.
I know. Like, I was doing the research. I wasn't even entertained by the research for today's topic.
No, you guys, really.
It's funny, but like doing the research was a fucking slog, everybody. So just know that we put the work in, okay?
So you don't have to.
So you don't have to.
You just get to kick back, relax, and enjoy the ride.
Enjoy
like
the
Splash
fun
Mountain.
stuff. Yeah. And today's episode is a vibe.
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 Yeah. Not like a super fun one either. It's like surprisingly dull.
It's just so goddamn nerdy with like no fun, but it is fun.
Dorks.
It's fun.
It is fun. It's fun. It's fun.
Because I think the fun is gonna be the shit we talk on this one. Because like
1,000%.
I was just like, oh, I gotta get through this. I gotta get through this. Do you remember that song?
I don't. Oh my God. What song is
I
that?
think it was from Bridget Jones' Diary. It was like
no.
on the soundtrack. I gotta make my move. Yeah, I gotta get through this. It was like the height of like UK pop ministry.
Yeah.
Artful Dodger or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, we're going to get through this.
We got to.
We got to. You guys, today we have a really dumb episode. And once again. But I saw the headline for this and I was extremely intrigued. I had to know what was happening with this.
And honestly, it's perfect timing for this because the big game, the Super Bowl, we can't say the Super Bowl because it's copyrighted, I think. So you got to say the big game. That's why all the advertisers, if they don't have the rights, say the big game. But it's this weekend, and so it's only fair.
It's already happened. Yeah,
it's already happened by the time this comes out, but it's happening for us in real time this weekend, and like it just made sense that the big game is this weekend, and we're talking about the biggest sports scandal in all of history.
It's not.
It's not in history and it's not in sports. But you know what? People will tell you otherwise, and that's fine.
I guess so. We're talking about this cheating scandal that rocked the chess world. last year. It was like in the like summer through the fall / winter of this past year
Yeah.
that this all kind of like got really heated. I didn't even know about this. Like I might have seen something like, but there was too much actual real insane shit going on in the world that I just like didn't pay attention. But then I saw a headline about anal beads having something to do with it, and then I got interested recently. So this is the story of the cheating scandal in the chess world between it's like a beef too, like a sports beef.
Oh, it's a beef.
It's a big beef. They're beefing.
It's a big beefer.
Big beefer. The beef is between Magnus Carlsen, who is like a grand champion or whatever the fuck.
Yeah,
from
a Norwegian chess grandmaster.
Yeah, he's Queen's Gambit. He's kind of hot too. He's cute.
Yeah, he's got like an intensity. I think honestly, it's so attractive when people are that good at something also.
Yeah.
And knowing, like, I'm not good at chess. I don't think I've ever really learned. I know a couple things about it, like which way some of the pieces move, but it's just, it takes too much time to like get into it. It's never been interesting to me.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like every parent like teaches their kid how to play chess, and it's like, I don't know.
I'm a checkers family.
Yeah, we're big checkers family here. We're not playing chess. We're playing checkers.
I didn't know what chess was until like high school. I'm like, it's different. The board looks the same.
No, my family is a Domino's family, so we don't do any of that other
My
bullshit.
family's a Domino's pizza family. So.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, this guy, Magnus Carlsen.
Magnus Carlsen.
Like world champion, like for years. And he's like in his 30s now, but like this guy is the guy.
Yeah, he is top tier, cream of the crop.
Yeah.
Cream of the crop.
Oh my. Queen of the crop.
Queen of the crop, queen of the Nile. No, I don't know. He's like been playing chess since he was like 5 years old, and he's
as
extremely
any good prodigy.
Exactly, yeah. So, he has beef with this guy Hans Niemann, who, believe it or not, is actually American.
Really?
Yeah. He's
Wow.
He's an American 19-year-old like prodigy. Grand champion, grandmaster, whatever the fuck they're called.
But he's only 19, and his history is already littered with scandal.
Yeah, this guy is shady as fuck.
Yeah.
It sounds like. So Magnus Carlsen has competed against Hans Niemann a few times. And
not of Neiman Marcus fame, so don't even think about it.
I know. I kept, as I was like reading, every time I'd read his name, I'd be like, Neiman Marcus.
I know. I'm like, I need to go shopping.
Yeah.
With all the no money I have.
Yeah, with my $0.
Yeah, with my fake credit card. I need to Anna Delvey some sort of situation so I could go to shop at Neiman Marcus.
Oh my God. Well,
Neiman Magnus.
Yeah, Hans Niemann has been accused of cheating by several people, but most like hardcore called out by Magnus Carlsen.
Yeah.
And they had a recent match against each other where this all came to a head.
Yeah. Like 2 matches back to back.
2 matches back to back. Yeah. So, because like when you're in the circuit, you
right.
You play against each other a lot, and you know you're like in the, I don't know, if you've seen Queen's Gambit, you know what it is. Like all the biggest names go to the tournaments and play against each other and do like there's different, you know, different tournaments and cups and all kinds of stuff happening in different countries.
And these guys are the best of the best right now. Like, so it makes sense that they would be matching up, you know?
Yeah, of course. So it's like, yeah, like in tennis, you go to the Australian Open or
Yeah.
you
Right.
go to Wimbledon, you go to US Open, you do
And
all
you're
these
playing the
cups.
same people each place, but it's like
Each tournament,
who's
yeah.
gonna win? Yeah, it's
Yep.
exciting.
It is.
For
It is.
someone who likes chess.
Yeah. Look, man, there's people who are into chess that say the same thing about football, okay?
True. I don't like either of them, so I'm really lost today.
Well,
Anyway,
they
yeah.
they have had some matchups with each other,
Mm-hmm.
and going into it, I feel like Magnus Carlsen was very wary because there's just like in the community, people talk shit. It's a small community, in the chess world.
Also, and we'll talk a little about why this is later, but like Neiman's rise to the level that he's at was very quick. And so I think it's just like he's generally met with a lot of skepticism.
Sure, that's true.
And
he wasn't a traditional the way he came up in the world of chess wasn't like a traditional path, because I guess a lot of chess masters, grandmasters play online and play on Twitch.
Yeah.
Like that's like a whole, microcosm of the world that I didn't know anything about. So like people who are, natural talents at chess might not necessarily have the, know the world, but they can get started on Twitch really easily. So there's new talent being found through that as a new like kind of channel of finding people who are into chess. So that's kind of how Hans Niemann got into the world, but Magnus Carlsen had a more traditional path coming up through, actual like live board chess matches, not online necessarily.
Yeah. Over the board, as they say.
Over the board. Sorry. Yeah.
Well, let's talk about the like first upset, I guess, that kind of kicked all this off, because it was in September. It was on September 4th of 2022, and it was at a live match. So there's both like live and virtual
online
matches all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so this was a live match. It was this Sinkfield Cup in St. Louis, and Carlsen lost to Niemann in a huge upset.
Yeah. I don't know anything about chess, but apparently there's like tons of different like plays you do, or gambits, I should say, where it's, there's ways to play. There's like millions of different things to play.
There's like by the book strategies. Like you implement a strategy. That's what I learned from the Queen's Gambit. It's like you pick your opening move, and that kind of sets you up for a specific type of game that you're playing. And the idea is to like memorize a lot of these so that you can read your opponent based on maybe some of the moves they're making and know, like anticipate some of their moves. And also you want to surprise them with like the moves you're doing. And
it's all very strategic.
But I think what the thing is about this is like people are ranked based on how good they are, and it's very hard to like level up that quickly and be on equal footing with people who are like experts. And I think that's why this was such a big upset, because Carlsen was like the number one player at this tournament. He's like number one worldwide. Like this guy is like legit. And then here's this 19-year-old noob coming along that's like, I can out chess you.
Yeah. And I mean, this is the interesting thing about the chess world is like with the advent of the internet.
Yeah.
There's just been so many ways they've tried to like resist the, newer ways of playing like virtually. And, people study tape. And so, and they always have, but now there's like you can consume way more,
way more
like,
content and strategy faster, because it used to be you had to read just books about it, and now there's so much content out there where you can like learn certain plays.
Yeah, and
that's a good point.
things are like recorded more than they were before in the past. Like there was not a thought to like live stream a chess match before. People would just like go to them. And now they're like, I mean, they've always been like filmed and stuff, but
Do
it's
you
just
think people probably just put them on as like ASMR to go to sleep or whatever? Like I would, like that's why I would watch a chess match.
sure.
I just fall asleep to it probably.
I mean I couldn't tell you the first thing about it. So I don't know.
The clicking would maybe bother me if it was, you know, like when you have to hit the timer.
That's
when you
speed
make
chess
a move.
though, isn't it?
Oh, you don't have to do it no matter what?
I don't think so.
Oh.
There's
good
all
to know.
different things.
All different kinds. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so Carlson gets beat by Neiman. He fucking rage quits. He immediately just is like, then I'm not playing, and just quits this competition like full stop. It's very
like leaves the building.
Yeah, leaves the building. He's like, bitch, I'm getting the fuck out of here. And he immediately like tweets this known clip of a soccer coach that's like
Jose Mourinho.
Yeah, Jose Mourinho, and it's like a meme. He tweets it like as a meme, and basically, if you know this this speech that Jose Mourinho is giving, you know it's about like cheating and conduct. And so that was his shade. He's like, that fucking guy cheated, and this is bullshit.
And he's like, I don't want to say anything, but if I say something, I'll be in trouble. Like, that's like the whole gist of it. And it was like, wait,
it's
what?
Like, this is saying a lot.
Yeah, everybody's like, oh, okay. You're just like fully calling this man out.
Yeah. And so people immediately were like, how could he have cheated? Suggesting that, one, this game is in person, so it's like infinitely harder to cheat, which we'll talk about later. And also, Neiman was playing black, which I guess like this was fascinating to me actually. If you, there's black and white in chess, like pawns, pieces, yeah. And so if you are the player with the black pieces, I guess like you're less likely to win statistically. Like it's just a little bit harder, and the margin of error is a little bit tighter. Like it's a little bit smaller, so you can't make as many mistakes. It's just like this weird thing.
Yeah, because you don't have the white piece. The person with the white pieces plays first. They have the opening gambit.
So they're on offense and you're on defense. So you're always trying to.
So you have to play. You have to play to the opening gambit, and then you. So that's, I think, the disadvantage. And statistically, that it just, it's hard to get your game on.
Yeah, you're always on your back
footing.
foot. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So the Sinquefield Cup is immediately paused because they took these allegations seriously. They like shut everything down. They want to sweep for devices. They increase security.
They're like patting everybody down.
They got metal detectors for real. Like it is serious. They're like, everybody's locked in their hotel rooms for 24 hours. Well, no, dude, I'm just kidding. It's like RuPaul's Drag Race.
Yeah.
They're like locked everybody down so no one can talk to each other and like fraternize.
Oh my God. Yeah. They were like taking it very seriously. And I think it wasn't just like that Carlson was like, he's cheating. It was like, he was like, oh, he's probably cheating because like I'm the best, and also he has like a shitty reputation. So maybe look into that, you guys. You're all my friends. You've seen me play chess. You know I know how to play chess. What is this fucking guy doing?
Yeah, what he was doing didn't feel right.
Yeah.
And so chess.com, who I think they sponsored this Sinquefield Cup, they banned Neiman from the tournament. And the reason being, they didn't find that he had cheated in this instance, but he has previously admitted to cheating by using chess AI on chess.com matches. So like online matches, he's like, okay, I have cheated. The thing is,
I didn't cheat like this and
this time
tournament,
IRL,
but like
yeah.
I've cheated before. So
Yeah.
like I'm telling you the truth now though.
Yeah. I'm telling you the truth. I am. He's like, once a cheater, always a cheater, except I didn't cheat this time.
And it's funny though, because after he beats what's his name? After Neiman beats Carlson,
Yeah.
he like goes on to like the next round and he loses. So it's like,
Yeah.
okay.
Right. Did you throw that? It's weird.
No, he got into
he lost because he
lost
cheating?
because he stopped cheating because they're scanning for devices and shit. He's like, oh fuck.
True. He's like, oh
Yeah.
fuck, I better not use this earpiece or whatever. Okay, so yeah, he had admitted. Okay, but this is what we were talking about earlier, like his rise to fame at the age of 19, not necessarily being like some Bobby Fischer like child prodigy type person. Like he just like kind of came out of nowhere, and it was a majority online. Like his matches that he won and was gaining like experience and expertise in were online. And so he admitted as both a teen and a preteen that he cheated because he was like, I know I'm good. I don't want to play all these other like 13-year-olds. I want to start leveling up quicker. So he used AI to like play a bunch of people that were like in his level very quickly so that he could get to better levels and stop cheating, I guess, and then just like be at a good level. Okay.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Isn't that so stupid?
That is the dumbest shit I've ever heard.
It's so stupid.
It's fucking logic of that is
I know.
he's just shortcutting, like,
He's shortcutting. Exactly. He didn't want to put the work in. He didn't want to put in the grind, And it's like, I understand that, but also like everyone needs to, because that's how you get really good, is spending time and reading
10,000 hours, baby.
10,000 hours. And so he obviously regretted that he had said this
he didn't regret the cheating
or even the cheating accusation.
No.
Yeah, or the cheating itself that he actually admitted to. He just regretted admitting to it.
He regretted saying out loud that he cheated.
Yeah, but he was also like, but I never cheated in person. I only ever cheated online. I never cheated in person. So, and everyone's like, no, dude. No. So he loses, but also he's disqualified from this match because maybe he would have gone on to play like a lower level or whatever, but they were like, well, you can't. And so this is all a few weeks before what is called the Julius Baer Generation Cup, which was on September 23rd, a few weeks later. Carlson and Neiman again were opponents. This is the 6th round of this cup. And it was a digital match. And it was via Microsoft Teams.
Oh, God.
On Chess24. It is, I don't know. It's like, there's like a digital board. And so, and they were live streaming this, And so
yeah,
you could see the board and you could see, like, they had to have their cameras on, obviously. You can't just be like, no camera on with your phone up, like putting moves in for like chess AI or whatever.
No, and you could see like their whatever they're doing on the board, but it's like on a digital board, Yeah. And so I watched the beginning of this match.
Yeah, me too.
And there's like commentators and everything who are explaining the gambits.
Like multiple. Like this is like football in that way.
Yeah.
It's like there's experts on. They're probably old players,
It reminds me of like darts or something, where it's like you have like the split screen of like the players and then the thing that they're doing, the play that they just made.
Yeah.
And then the commentators like talking in like a very like measured tone about it's just like, it's so boring.
And it's extra boring because it's chess.
Yeah. So they're playing, they just started. I think Carlson had the opening gambit again. And he resigned in protest. He played one gambit, turned off his screen, and like he was just gone. And the two commentators just were left just totally shocked, baffled. It's like the funniest shit. They were like, they're freaking out so bad that it was like they can't handle what's happening, what they see, like the guy turns off his camera and they're just like,
Yeah.
like their facial expressions are so funny.
They're like, what does this mean?
Oh, what is happening? They're acting like they witnessed some kind of like harrowing event when it was just a dude who just stopped playing a game of online chess. It was, it's so funny. Oh my God.
Like we could see him in his room.
Yeah.
And then we couldn't, like, then he was frozen, then we couldn't see him. It's like not that big a thing, but
it wasn't, it looked like he just like lost internet connection
it
or
did.
something.
Yeah. But they were like, no, that was on purpose.
Yeah.
And obviously immediately, like, not just the like commentators, but everybody was like, what is happening? Like, what happened to Carlson? Like, why did you quit? And he didn't initially respond. He waited a while. And then a few days later, he gives a statement in an interview where he intentionally name drops this guy, Maxim Delugi. Now, that is insignificant to us. Like, who the fuck is that? Don't care. Never heard of him. But everybody in the chess community was like, oh, fuck. Did you hear that?
He gave him the Delugi treatment.
He dropped
the Delugi.
He's dropping Dloogies.
I don't even know if that's how you say the guy's name, but it probably is. Yeah.
It is. Yeah, I heard it. Okay, so, and it's spelled Dlugy, which you ain't got no alibi. Okay, he didn't.
You're Dloogie. You're Dloogie.
Okay, so this guy is was also a grandmaster, like, in his time. I guess, like, once you are one. Also, why do these all sound like so white supremacist-y?
Because it all is.
It's all related, yeah.
Yeah.
Somehow it is. It has to be, I'm sure. Okay, so, like, this guy,
Delugi,
grandmaster in like a recent one, also has a school that he teaches chess to, like, up and comers, like, you know, really good players in New York and Connecticut. Neiman went there to his New York or Connecticut school, and so, like, he is connected to him. In 2017 and 2020, during a chess.com tournament, so this happened twice, Delugi won a bunch of matches and then randomly quit the tournament. And he has since admitted to cheating, sort of. At the very least, he didn't follow the specific rules of the tournaments, and there was, like, a cash prize involved and stuff. Like, he said he was, like, teaching in his classroom and he was playing online, and his students were, like, shouting moves to him to play. And so he was, like, using them, which is already a no-no. You're not supposed to take anyone's, like, input.
You can't, like, sort of cheat. You either are cheating or
cheated.
You aren't.
Yeah.
You know? Like, you know what you're doing is not kosher.
Yeah.
So, like,
well, that was already not kosher, but the part he says is what really constitutes as cheating, even though that already does. Like, it already meets the criteria. But the other thing is that one of his students was, like, on his phone in a chess AI, putting the moves in and shouting moves for him to take that would be really good moves. So it's fucked up. Anyway, this guy's sketchy as fuck, and he is connected to Neiman. And so Carlson name drops him in another kind of, like, little wink, wink, nod, nod type of statement to the press. And the chess community, like, goes wild.
Yeah. Yeah. So this happens, like, fucking Carlson rage quits the other tournament, like, in protest. This online, you know.
Yeah, quits the match, quits the match.
Yeah,
he's pissed.
And so people in the chess world and beyond were, like, losing their minds at the scandal, and of him, like, calling out Neiman.
Yeah.
And so accusations are flying all around from Carlson, not just Carlson, but other players who dislike Neiman also.
Yeah.
Like, this guy has
a pile-on
reputation.
Yeah, yeah. No one likes him. And part of that, you feel bad. You're like, he's 19. He's new.
He's a stupid idiot. Yeah, yeah.
Well, and he's young, and people are threatened by, like, young and new. This is not a new thing, you know?
No.
But also, you're kind of like, but also,
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna like go balls to the wall with like cheating,
Yeah.
you got to be prepared for the consequences. Like you're gonna
Yeah.
you're gonna get caught. Grandmaster Hikaru Nakamura declared on a Twitch stream that it was, quote, a known fact Neiman had previously been caught cheating during prize money matches on chess.com through tech-related means and had previously been banned from the site. So this is like a known thing. And then Canadian Grandmaster Eric Hansen, who I guess also... This is how these fucking dorks, man, they're just out here wilding.
I know. I'm like trying so hard not to be like, seriously, like, you guys, did you see this guy cheated? Like, it's such a nerd thing. Because also I'm like, if people like it, people like it. But also, it's fucking chess, dude. It's nerdy.
It's like fighting over math problems. Like,
Yeah,
we've talked about this before. People
Also,
get passionate,
Yeah. I'm just jealous because it's for smart people too, and I'm like, I'm too lazy to be that smart.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm like smart in my own way, okay. But like, I'm smart in a way that is like, I'm not about to like risk my life and limb over a fucking game, okay?
Oh
like,
my god, a quote unquote sport.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so Eric Hansen, who incidentally once engaged in a big rivalry with Nakamura that culminated in a 2018 fist fight.
You know it wasn't a fist fight.
They were like,
one pushed the other, then the other pushed, and then they were just like getting really
stop
sweaty.
hitting me. No. These guys
You're hitting yourself. You're hitting yourself.
These guys are like normal dudes. They just
Yeah,
happen
they're
to
normal.
like chess.
Yeah.
So Eric Hansen said that he had removed Neiman from chess events that he'd hosted due to cheating suspicions.
Oh, so
he was
he'd already
like
86'd him from his own tournaments or whatever.
Yeah, he was like hosting his own tournaments, and he was like, you're out of here,
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
You're not invited. Yeah, so he's just like stinking up the room at all these chess tournaments because he has a reputation. And so all this is like all these accusations, all this shit talking is flying around the internet and stuff on the Twitch streams, in the message boards, whatever. And people are like, how the fuck can somebody cheat at chess using, quote, tech related means? Apparently, players have been caught consulting cell phones in bathrooms, hiding devices in their clothes, and receiving coded signals from collaborators. And like you were saying about DeLugi, he during an over the board match, he noticed that his opponent Orislav Ivanov was moving his shoe around a lot and fidgeting. So like he had cheated, but he also,
because you know how to spot it if you do it.
Yeah,
you know how to. It takes one to know one. You know what I mean? It's like who's calling cheating scandal the loudest? Maybe they're cheating. Oh,
that's what I mean. All these guys are like, we all do it. So he called Orislav out.
Yep.
And I guess he had a, quote, sockfish.
Yeah.
Which is a little like device that like helps them figure out the next move.
Yeah, it's like a little like Internet of Things type device where like they're able to connect it to a chess AI, and then it sends signals to the in your foot, in your shoe.
I don't know if you've ever seen like a Raspberry Pi is the name of it. It's like a teeny little device, and you can put it into like literally anything, and they're super small, but it's like a little, little processor that can do basically whatever you want it to if you just plug in the commands to it.
Exactly. Yeah.
So
It's something that someone created to like help people cheat at chess. So
mm-hmm.
they found that guy was using it, and then that's not completely uncommon.
Yeah, it's a thing.
Yeah.
And so like cheating is like a thing in chess. Like it is a known thing, and people are figuring out more and more elaborate ways to do it.
Yeah.
And then there was like a non-tech related case where like people are doing all kinds of stuff, getting really creative.
Yeah.
A co-conspirator moved around the room, standing behind different chairs to represent squares on the chessboard.
Yeah, because it's all cordoned. A chessboard is very much like cordoned off, so you can say like where you should move, because everything is like A12. Well, maybe not 12, but like A6 or whatever. Like you could easily come up with a code for A and for all the numbers on the board and for B and whatever. So like there is a pretty easy way to create like some sort of code so that you could cheat it in a myriad of ways, both technical and non-technical.
I mean, all of this work
to cheat?
To
win what? $500 or whatever? Like, it's so dumb. Get a TikTok, go to Disneyland. It's cheaper.
Yeah. Also, like all the work that you put into cheat, it's like to game the system. It's like you had to figure out this elaborate fucking shit. Why don't you just get better at chess?
I guess because that's not guaranteed. Like, and that's the thing, it's like the AI is so smart that I don't know. Is there I don't really know much about chess, but I was thinking, if I was curious if this is the case, maybe but like, is chess like poker in that you have to read your opponent?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's the thing too, where it's like you spend time getting good at that. Like that's the secret, like that's the superpower.
Well, I mean, and there's all different styles of play. Like each person has, a kind of form and function that they follow during the match. Depending on who they're playing. And that's why a lot of these guys do like, watch the tapes, basically.
Right.
Watch videos of the dudes that they're playing against. Watch previous matches and see what their style of play is. And like there's all these like tools that they have at their disposal to like figure out their opponent.
Yeah.
And there's all kinds of ways for them to like train and get good and like hone their own style of play, yet they're out here. And I think it's the thing of like the Olympics, everybody's in the Olympics figuring out a new way to like get some performance enhancement going on, and to figure out a way to like to subvert the system. And I think like once like the genie's out of the bottle, like once Pandora's box is open with all this, once people like know that there's a loophole somewhere, they're going to exploit it.
Yeah.
And so if you're in this world and you're like the only one not doing it, you're not going to be on the same level as everybody else. Yeah. Or at least you're going to feel that way. You're going to feel the pressure to do that. So instead of relying on natural ability, people are like going to get a leg up any way they can. I mean, maybe they are relying on natural ability. Like all these people are brilliant that know how to play chess, but like, it's just that thing of where if everybody's doing it, you have to be on the same level. And if there's no way to like really regulate some of this stuff, then what are you going to do?
Yeah, I do like that there is a lot of people that have like so much character and they're like pushing back,
Yeah.
It feels like it. Even if it's motivated by the fact that like they want to keep winning because they were the best, and now there's people doing shady things that are now winning, and they're like, ew, no, it's like, okay, well, yeah, that's fair.
Maybe you should have just lost instead and like gotten good, slowly but surely.
Yeah.
Then you wouldn't have the reputation.
Yeah.
So how is Neiman responding to all of the accusations?
Yeah.
I guess not well. Like a 19-year-old and just tweeting at everyone who's tweeting at him and saying he'll play fully nude to make sure everyone knows he doesn't have anything up his butthole, aka his sleeve.
Oh my God.
Get to that in a minute.
Yeah, we might have to reiterate that.
Yeah. He also filed a defamation lawsuit against Carlson, chess.com, and another player who had criticized him, seeking $100 million in damages.
So 19.
100 million, bitch? What?
Tell me you're 19 without telling me you're 19.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I don't know. I don't know very many 19-year-olds who are bold enough to
delusional enough, though.
Oh, yeah, that's true. File a defamation lawsuit.
Yeah. No, I mean, that's takes a lot.
That's
but
Trump level chess.
Yeah. But
3D, 4D, 5D chess. Oh my God.
Oh my God. Well, okay. Let's talk about like what everybody's been able, the experts, what they've been able to suss out. Okay. If you would like a detailed report on this entire like 3-week hullabaloo between these two players and their big beefer, chess.com put together a 72-page report. So you're welcome to read that. Now, I could fucking barely read a 12-paragraph article about this story, so good luck. I also had to listen to like a 30-minute podcast, but in 1.5 speed, because I was like, get this over with as soon as possible.
Fair enough, man.
Yeah, it's about to get more exciting.
72 pages? Okay.
72 pages. This is why chess is boring. Like, of course it's 72 pages. You know what I mean?
We don't need a 9/11 commission for this. Okay, you guys, calm down. This is not
God.
Fucking, this is crazy. Okay.
This is not the JFK assassination. You know, it's like, I don't think anything's that interesting. And also, like, we don't know still. So, I don't know. It's ridiculous.
Well,
but also very boring. Like, it's like, how boring is chess? It's 72 pages worth boring, okay?
I mean, there's things that we don't even know about. But yeah.
And there's no pictures in that report, I bet. It's all words. You know
no
what
diagrams.
I mean?
No.
Fuck that report.
Well, and it's all like referring to like all the different gambits and stuff and like each move that they've done. I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, well, there's a guy named Kenneth Reagan, who's a professor of computer science at the University of Buffalo, who's become the chess world's like go-to dog the bounty hunter, the Sherlock of figuring out if people are cheating at chess.
Yeah.
The International Chess Federation, known as FIDE, pays him to monitor tournaments, and he consults informally for websites like chess.com. Wow. Since 2020, he has this like proprietary cheating detection software, and he's used it to analyze more than 1 million games.
Whoa.
That's a lot. And so his program, his proprietary program, detects cheating by calculating the odds that a player of a given skill level could pull off a given set of moves. It compares the player's moves to those recommended by various computer engines, and then using a statistical model spits out a Z-score that represents the degree to which the player matched the engines. And if the Z-score ever crosses a certain threshold, he flags the game for further investigation.
Yeah, so like basically if you're playing statistically outside of your expertise level, and there is like tons of data points to like prove if you are, then you get flagged by this software.
Yeah, and apparently he's caught a shit ton of cheaters.
Yeah,
with his little computer program. So
yeah. Okay, because here's the other thing about Chess AI that's a very impressive actually. You know, we talked about ChatGPT or whatever, and like it's still pretty dumb and like rudimentary, and it's not exactly on level with a human in terms of like the way it can write, and like it could parody a 4th grader's writing, you know, but like it's
high school level
or high school level, yeah. For stuff that's like a book report or something, you know, it's like a pretty cut and dry. Chess AI is infinitely better than a human. Always, every time. You can never beat a computer playing chess, essentially. Yeah. So if people are using Chess AI, like it's pretty easy to tell because they're making moves and they're responding to things that like a normal human, like the amount of like good moves they make will be like way more than a normal human. So it's very easy to tell.
I mean, and I guess like if you don't know chess, it's like hard to imagine that there's like that many things that you can do to like win a game of chess.
Yeah.
But there's apparently like a whole slew of different combinations, and it's almost infinite. And there's actually people out there like chess, grandmasters who go on to like study chess and try to see if there is a quote unquote solution to the game.
Wow.
So it's like, is there one, ultimate way to play the game? So
no, because there's so many choices that can be made.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it's like, if it's not tic-tac-toe, you know what I mean?
No,
like,
yeah. It's pretty wild.
Yeah, it is cool. It's very impressive.
Mm-hmm.
Well, okay, so did Neiman cheat on September 4th? Like, what do we know about that? We don't know, but there are some very strong theories on if Neiman cheated, how he could have done it. So first is the sockfish. So going back to what Luigi.
Yeah, DeLuigi accused his opponent of back in 2012.
Yeah. And he did. The person did have a sockfish. So
Yeah.
So people are saying, okay, it could have been a sockfish, and it was a public virtual tournament. Oh no, it was a public tournament. So he could have easily had a sockfish where a chess engine was ingesting data and then sending him the moves that he should make. And like you said, he lost that next day because like they cracked down on security. So like maybe he didn't wear it the next day. You know what I mean? So he definitely could have been cheating that way. An earpiece or like an earfish, if you will. I feel like since everything's a fish. Someone could have leaked Carlsen's strategy ahead of time, which is very unlikely that you could leak a whole strategy because you're like, there is still like the human in real time element. I think like you could leak, I guess, the starting move, the starting gambit, but which would tell a person a lot, and like that would help them. Like if they knew that ahead of time, they could beat it. But I don't know. It seems very unlikely. The fourth is butt stuff.
Yeah. So going back to where Neiman said he would play in the nude. He would play a tournament in the nude to like prove to everybody he's not cheating. It's not simply because like he could be hiding something in his clothes.
Yeah.
People have been out here kind of jokingly throwing out I don't even know if it's jokingly. I think it might be a thing.
No, it's not. It's real.
It's real. Yeah.
It's like a real theory that Reddit threw out, bless their hearts. And it's like where they think anal beads have been used.
Yeah. And yeah, apparently it is a thing. The theory that Neiman made use of vibrating anal beads.
Yeah.
That you can, like there's tons of like sex toys you can control remotely.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And so
Internet of Things.
And so people think that like the vibration system was used to possibly help him cheat. And in his butt. And this theory was amplified by Twitch streamers and then by, of course, Elon fucking Musk.
Oh my God.
In a now deleted string of tweets.
Oh my God. Okay, I want to read the Reddit post because it's very thorough. Like, honestly. Okay. The post is titled, "The Real Answer is Actually Elementary. Magnus Cheats." Oh, this is, okay, yeah. It just says, "The real answer is actually elementary. Magnus cheats. He always had anal beads up his butt, maybe for the past 10 years, which, since he was 9?
Well, we were talking about, no. Magnus.
Carlsen. Someone else.
He's talking about Carlsen.
Oh my God.
Yeah, they're saying like Carlsen has used anal beads. And then.
Wait, what?
Yeah. That whole thing is like about how
Oh,
He, like, because other people cheat, and so if it's like a known like
oh
thing,
my God.
yeah. So it's like Neil, what's his Neil? Neiman is using the same method of anal beads.
Oh my God. Okay, this makes
And
so much sense because it's like he's so sure that he's cheating. And it's like, how are you so sure? And it's like, because he's cheating with his butt.
yeah, and he's like, I can't say anything else because I'll get in trouble too.
I'll incriminate myself.
Yeah, and
Because
it's like,
I know
and it's
the
like
ins and ins.
the ins and ins.
Mhm.
And so people are like, well, how do you know? Why would you think this thing about anal beads? And so somebody on Reddit was like, because he uses anal beads to cheat.
Yeah. Like he doth protest. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. This makes way more sense.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's still read it though because it's
Okay.
funny. Okay. The real answer is actually elementary. Magnus cheats. He's always had anal beads up his butt, maybe for the past 10 years. He's 32. That's how he's been dominating the entire field of players. There was a slight dip during the time he played Caruana because he was so drunk he couldn't feel the vibrations well and ended up losing a game. His team decided to turn up the vibrations to max, and that's how Magnus survived the encounter. So like they remotely cranked it up to an 11. You know what I mean? Recently, Magnus realized the anal bead supercomputer design he created had been stolen. Of course, he couldn't come clean about cheating, so he drummed up the excuse of being bored so he wouldn't lose the world championships to Nepo, who he suspects to have stolen the anal bead design after being humiliated in their prior contest. Magnus's suspicions were further evidenced by Nepo's performance during the candidates. As You Gotham Chess said, the user Gotham Chess said, however, success is addictive, and Magnus decided to aim for 2,900 before retiring for good. Little did he know the real thief was the cocky supervillain Hans. That's
Hans Niemann, yeah.
Hans employed the anal bead tactic against Magnus. Being new to use the device, however, Hans didn't know that the signals he sent from his beads interfered with Magnus's device.
This is so dumb.
Magnus feels unprompted vibrations on his prostate and realizes Hans stole his poop shoot stockfish, but couldn't use his own to retaliate lest Hans knew he was the true inventor of the device. That's why Magnus was uncharacteristically prone to inaccuracies and proceeded to lose the game. Afterwards, Magnus withdrew from the tournament, but not before putting out a vague tweet. While everyone interpreted it as Hans cheating, in reality, Magnus was also cheating, but can't release definite proof since he'd also be in, quote, big trouble. Case solved.
Honestly, it's so stupid. It might just be, it's like a glass onion situation.
It is. Yeah.
It's
oh
so,
my God.
It's so stupid. It's brilliant. No, it's just dumb.
Oh my God. I like how it's like written like it switches over to like fanfic halfway through. It's kind of like, it feels like it's this Sherlock Holmes type thing, and then it just switches into fanfic. But
yeah,
it is. Yeah.
That's a little bit. I feel like there's some like
lot.
personal slander and there's some ad hominem attack in there against Carlson.
Yeah.
So if that is a lot, that's not an elementary explanation. That is
pretty involved.
It's involved and elaborate and convoluted.
That's high school level.
That's intense. But like, how else could it work if you have like anal beads in your butt?
Yeah.
I was reading this really funny piece from a Slate. It was a Slate article, and the author says, quote, "I guess you could have a friend observe your opponent and look up his moves in previous matches and surreptitiously send like different patterns of vibrations to your butthole, informing you what move you should make using Morse code or something. Kind of like how the gangsters fixed the poker game in Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels." Look, I'm not a grandmaster. I thought that was a really funny quote.
It's it's the same thing as the stockfish. It's just like more titillating.
Yeah.
And more,
and it's more discreet.
It's more discreet.
Unless you are really, I feel like you have to really get used to anal beads though. So I don't know.
Yeah, you have to. Well,
you have to breathe through the vibrations, baby.
So people were People have tried this. People are like, people have deconstructed the sockfish to connect it to their Internet of Things and have been able to like figure this out when it comes to lights and stuff in their house. So people are, that was the first step, and then they were able to connect it to like a butt, like a butt play toy, and it works. And so people have for sure successfully open sourced a butt fish, but or an anal fish. Ooh,
an anal
Fischer?
Fischer?
Close to anal Fischer, yeah.
I know.
Yuck, no thanks. But and also
Searching for anal Fischer. I'm sorry.
oh my God, it's so fucking good. Oh,
I'm sorry.
it's so good. I can't. That was I mean, you've peaked. This is perfection.
I'm going to go now. Bye.
The podcast is over. We're done. This was the last episode. We've solved the best pun.
We've solved chess.
We've solved chess. Oh my God. So, but people, okay, this was, I thought, funny. So some people are getting so involved with this that they're not just even they're trying to figure out how to do like an 8 anal bead like device where like each bead is like one row, and like it's like
and it's like 4, it's like the top one is A, and it buzzes 4 times. It's like
A4.
A4,
yes,
yeah.
Exactly.
Oh my God.
So that it's like very but in order to read that, I guess you'd have to have like a very good control of like
how would you know
butt sensitivity.
No.
Well, you'd have to learn, I guess. You'd have to spend a lot of time learning. And again, this just feels
practice
just play
chess. Yeah.
Just put some hours into playing the game. I think that's a good place to start.
Or, go on Twitch and show everybody your anal beads.
Yeah.
Or join and make an OnlyFans.
Dude, play chess naked, okay?
Yeah.
This is the thing, like, when we say did Neiman cheat, I'm suspicious because not only for a lot of the things we've already talked about, but, okay, you mentioned that he said, I'll play naked, and then you'll see, like, I'm not cheating. And so, like, a cam site, like OnlyFans or whatever, offered to pay him $1 million to play chess naked.
Take that money, baby. Take it. Do it.
He didn't take it.
Idiot.
You know what? Telling.
Mm-hmm.
Very.
But it's like,
telling.
Who gives a fuck if you lose? You're playing.
You get $1 million. This is what I'm saying. It's like, you want to keep playing for like little chump change? No, bitch. Go make $1 million. Like,
Eve Babbitts did it in the 60s. So come on.
Yeah. So I don't know.
All right. Well, this guy's an idiot.
Yeah.
And this is not the only time there has been butt stuff in chess.
Oh my, what?
Yeah. So and it's not like specifically butt, but like during the 2006 World Chess Championship, the then world #1 Veselin Topalov accused his opponent, Russia's Vladimir Kramnik, of quote of visiting his personal loo too often during play, as The Guardian put it. It was a personal vendetta for Topalov, who lost his championship to Kramnik that year, and the controversy earned the name Toilet Gate.
Of course.
Of course.
Wait, was he going in there and reading a book, or
who
studying
knows?
something?
He was doing something. He was cheating.
Because that's definitely,
yeah,
that
maybe,
could
or maybe he had diarrhea. I mean,
maybe the stress too.
Yeah.
This is a big deal for some people, and maybe they're having diarrhea. Yeah, I think also who even knows? Something before this could have been someone rolled up a book of moves and put it in their asshole, and then went to the toilet and looked up, when someone plays this move, how should I respond? We don't know.
Yeah.
You know what? It's amazing how many people have been cheating at this game and who gives a shit?
For decades. Well, I definitely don't, but this is a thing, and there's money involved, and it's a worldwide competition. So there is a real concern in the chess community about the integrity of the game these days, especially with all these new accusations and all these the things that like you couldn't possibly imagine.
Yeah,
people will figure out how to exploit something to cheat. So I feel like that's how it's always been, but the fact that it's just so widespread and rampant is where everybody's just kind of like at a loss and trying to figure out how to. Is it like, do you turn the other cheek, or do you because then it's like who's the best at cheating, basically, instead of who's the best at chess. It's who's the best at chess and cheating. So
well, it feels like the community is like not standing for the cheating and are like trying to call it out as much as possible. So that's good.
Yeah.
It is, it's very similar to me because it is these very like elite, very high IQ, intelligent people. It feel like the pressure of it feels like when you hear about stories about like in academics where people are like taking a lot of Ritalin or what, like that aren't prescribed it and have all this stress on them, and they're finding ways to cut corners that aren't, on the up and up, and people just get so deep into it because of all the pressure and stress. And I feel like that's what this feels like to me, which is sad, because literally no one else cares. Like no one cares if you win at this chess game.
A lot of people do in their world.
Well,
not us.
And they do, but you know what? Let it go. Just, you don't need to.
There's a big world out there. So anytime you're feeling overwhelmed or like, this is the most important thing.
Yeah.
Just realize it's not.
Yeah. It is to you in that moment, but you could step outside of it and pass someone on the street and they'll be like, chess, that's not a sport, and then you'll be brought back down to earth real quick.
That's right. Yeah, that is 100% correct. Feel your feelings, but also you're the main character, but you're not.
Yeah you're also not. This was fun. It was a fun episode. It was very hard to really make sense of it initially. My brain was fighting it so hard, like
I know. I was like
details of the tournaments and shit. I was like, what?
No, yeah, it was a challenge to just get the general timeline down instead of like reading. I was like reading so many like little side notes about fucking different types of gambits and like like who they're named after and like all this shit, and I'm just like, oh god,
yeah,
I don't care.
That's why it takes 72 pages, you know what I mean?
I might watch the Queen's Gambit again though.
I was thinking about that recently. I really liked it. It was good.
Do I look like, what's her name?
Oh, Anya Taylor-Joy. Make your eyes really big. There you go. Oh, this is our cover. This will be our cover for this week.
All right. Well, you guys go get a chessboard or go get some anal beads. I don't know. Do whatever you want.
Go cheat at chess. Why not?
Go cheat at chess.
Everybody's doing it.
Yeah. If you're good at anal beads, maybe you'll be good at chess. No, if you could be
just
good at anal beads.
Just some porns are like, I got into chess because I was really good at anal beads.
Really good at anal beads. Oh my god. Oh my god. Well,
my manager said I should get into chess because I'm known as Queen of Beads. Anal.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I just like doing that voice.
Well, maybe you're the next grandmaster of chess.
Are you talking to me?
No. Somebody
listening?
in general.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Well, if you're good at chess, let me know. Tell us how to think about it that's not boring.
Yeah.
Like, is there like a fun like chess for dummies type thing?
Queen's Gambit.
Yeah. I'll just watch the show again.
Yeah.
Honestly, I just loved all that hotel she's staying in.
In Mexico. Oh my god.
Yeah, I want to live there.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh. Anyway, all right. Well, follow us on social media. It's at DTFU Podcast everywhere. Go to our website. It's dtfupodcast.com. We have merch. We have all kinds of fun stuff on there. Check it out. And
all right.
That's it. Stay excellent to yourselves.
And each other.
Bye.
Checkmate.